All right, what's up, YouTube watchers? Today I'm going to look through a vintage wrestling magazine, WCW NWO, the official magazine of World Championship Wrestling and the New World Order. Issue 43, October 1998.
Game over, man.
I've been ordering vintage wrestling magazines online to send in for grading or just to collect. And I decided, let me read some, especially the ones, for instance, I got this copy and it's in a lesser condition than I would have liked, so I'm not going to send it in for grading. I'm just going to keep it and read it. I really liked the cover with Hogan and Karl Malone. Remember that? Rodman, DDP. That was a huge match. This was at their, like wrestling's peak. Remember that? Like superstars used to show up at the matches, Mike Tyson, movie stars, etc. Anyways, thanks everybody for watching. Hit that like button if you like this one. Hit that subscribe button, leave me a comment. And let's take a look at what do we got here. Inside cover, Chavo Guerrero, K-Dog. Nice ad here, I like that. The best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. That's a great ad. He was quite a wrestler, Bret the Hitman Hart. Here's the index page. Departments, editor's note, tag talk, brain reaction, Chris Jericho, straight from the heart, 2 questions, hotline buzz, auditorium, K-Dog's low ride, talking point, Marshall Plan. This is the October 1998 issue of WCW NWO Wrestling Magazine. Here's a page to order back issues. Editor's note. Who was the editor? Colin Bowman. Upcoming events. This is the tag talk section. Oh, this is like letters to the editor, so people are writing in here. Let's read this one. It says, "Dear Tag Talk, I was watching Nitro and appalled and shocked at the little stunt Hollywood Hogan pulled involving my favorite wrestler, Marcus Buff Bagwell. What does Hogan think he proved by pushing a defenseless Bagwell over for no reason? That he is the man? All he proved was that the only way he could ever knock Bagwell down was by a cheap shot. I just have one thing to say to Hogan. You better enjoy the time left until Buff makes his return, because when he does, you will find out firsthand why Buff is the stuff. Think about that for life. Tracy Anderkin from Berea, Kentucky." Okay, let's go to another one. Let's find another good letter to the editor here. We'll read this one. "Dear Tag Talk, I have to congratulate you on a recent WCW NWO magazine. I enjoyed your column entitled Rude Unglued." That letter already bores me. Let's find another one. Bobby Heenan. I used to love him. Bobby Heenan, Arn Anderson from the Four Horsemen. Four Horsemen. Is that who's that? Is that one of the British Beefcakes or whatever the hell that tag team was? Let's see what this letter says. "Dear Tag Talk, I recently picked up July issue and I would like to say that I am very pleased with the article about WCW's Perfect Bill Goldberg. It was interesting to read about what he is like in the ring, out of the ring, and his days playing football. Goldberg truly is the man and can't be stopped. Keep up the good work. Mark Buckwhites. Somewhere in New Jersey." I can't read this. I need reading glasses. Goldberg used to play football at in college at university at the Georgia Bulldogs, and then he got signed to the Falcons, but I don't think he ever played a game for the Falcons, and then got traded to the Packers and then got released. I think that's what happened. I forget. Goldberg is a beast. Bash at the Beach. Remember this? I mean, this was just incredible. I watched this match on YouTube the other day. This was just insane. The build up to it, Rodman, Malone. So you got the NBA, celebrities. They were on Jay Leno talking about it. It was just insane. This is Eddie Guerrero versus Chavo Guerrero. Wow, the hair versus hair match. And I think I remember these. If you lost, you had to shave your head or something. Here's the Disco Inferno with Alex Wright, Conan with Kevin Nash and Lex Luger. Lex with a beast too. Big Show. Big Show, you know, he had that same gland that Andre had that produces growth hormone and doesn't stop, so you just keep growing and growing. He got it removed when he was 20. By that time, we had the medical capability and knowledge to do that. I don't think that existed for Andre, and he was never able to do that. The Big Show had his gland removed at 20. So he stopped growing, but he was still huge. By 20, he was like, 6'8" or whatever he was. Bret the Hitman Hart versus Booker T. World Television title match. Let's read this. Booker T had taken 2 unprovoked chair shots from Hart in the past weeks, and now the two stood toe-to-toe in the ring to battle it out. Booker T was at a decided disadvantage as he came to ringside wearing a knee brace, but started out strong, throwing Hart outside. Hart then took the upper hand by smacking Booker T's head against a safety rail and executing a face rake and a hard shoulder to the champ's face. Booker T gave it back to Hart with a sidewalk slam. Going back and forth, Hart then executed a painful backbreaker and a top rope flying elbow to Booker T, garnering a 2 count. A Hart Russian leg sweep got him another 2 count. I won't read the rest, but these are great photos. If you're just tuning in here, YouTube people, I am reading WCW NWO issue 43, October 1998. Bash at the Beach featuring Hogan, Malone, Rodman, DDP. Epic battle. This is Kurt Hennig versus Goldberg. Remember that? Kurt Hennig, also known as Mr. Perfect. He used to call himself Kurt Hennig before he was Mr. Perfect. Here it is. Look at Rodman and DDP, Karl Malone, Hogan. This was such a match. You guys got to watch this on YouTube. Let's see what they have to say here. Hogan and DDP had bad blood between them. Rodzilla and Mailman had bad blood between them. You know what else? If you guys remember, the Bulls and the Jazz were in the playoffs that year. And so there was that happening too before this match. So there was that, tension and build up. And then they wrestled. Great photos. You let me know if you want me to read out all of this stuff when I'm looking at these magazines. I'm going to do this more. I'm going to look at the magazines and check them out, and let me know if you want me to actually read out more stuff. Bobby the Brain Heenan. He says, I wish I had a 4-page column this month because I've got more news than Saturn has tattoos, so let's get started. Here he is throwing out the first pitch somewhere. Bill Goldberg and somebody. Who's this guy? Oh, Isaac Hayes. Antoine Carr and Isaac Hayes. Wade Boggs? Look at this, you guys. Wade Boggs. Honorary flock member. That's incredible. I don't remember that. I mean, that's the kind of juice wrestling had back then. Wade Boggs. That's cool. And I wonder if it says anything about that in these in this letters here. Oh, so this is right here. Bobby Heenan says he threw the first pitch out at the July 16th Oakland A's Kansas City Royals game, 1998. He says the pitch was clocked at 106 miles per hour. Although he admits it was only about 103. He says it was my famous swerve ball, not my fastball. My heater is usually clocked at 120 to 125. So that's cool. Let's see if he says anything about Wade Boggs in here. I'm glancing through. I don't see anything here about Wade Boggs, but that's really cool. I'm going to show my friend Ben, by the way. He's got a YouTube channel, Trading Cards LLC. Check him out. He's got a nice YouTube channel about sports cards. If you guys are just tuning in here, I'm reading the... What issue is this? July 1998? October 1998. WCW NWO Nitro Wrestling Magazine. There's Sting. Sting Speaks. Inside the Jungle by Lionheart Chris Jericho. Rip Jericho. Straight from the Heart. So this looks like a letter written by Bret Hart. That's cool. He says, I want to step away from the rigors of wrestling this month and talk about the rigors of traveling. Did you ever notice that luxury hotels don't provide the really important things? I don't need a shoe shine cloth for my sneakers, but a tube of toothpaste would be nice. How far are those tiny bottles of lotion supposed to go? The same amount of shaving cream would do the job. These little massage pads where the name of the hotel takes up most of the already too small paper. Oh no, these little message pads where the name of the hotel takes up most of the already too small paper are okay, but how about putting a stapler in the room or some tape or paper clips? So that's interesting. This is Bret has some opinions about luxury hotels, the amenities at luxury hotels. DDP, Champion of the Stars. Again, here we go again, right? Muhammad Ali. Wade Boggs throwing up the diamond cutter. This is Garth Brooks. Steve Young. Denny Neagle. I mean, look at this. This is incredible. Chipper Jones. I don't remember any of this. This is so cool. Look at this. That's really cool. Yeah, there's Karl Malone. Diamond Dallas Page said the way he got Karl Malone in that match was Diamond Dallas Page was a basketball fan, so he went to a Utah game one night. And he was in the stands, and he said Carl saw him. Carl saw him and flashed him the diamond cutter sign. And so Diamond said, holy shit, Carl's a fan. And so they got to talking after, and they became friends. And then, I don't know, maybe a year later or something, when they were trying to figure out this Bash at the Beach match, he said, let me see if Carl will tag team with me. And that's what happened. The Oakland A's. Look at this, throwing up the diamond cutter. Tony Saunders, Antoine Carr. This is incredible. Charles Barkley. Warren Moon. Wow. Steve Young again. Trisha Yearwood. This is incredible. I do not remember that. Look at Eddie Guerrero. Rip. This month's Two Questions interview is a walk on the wild side courtesy of Yanni Caparos of Chicago, Illinois. Two-question interview. The two questions are, what are the two things you could not live without, and what was your most embarrassing moment? Let's see what Eddie says. Eddie says, family and salsa are the things he could not live without, and his most embarrassing moment was discovering Chavo Jr. was my nephew. Ha! Jim Neidhart says, beer and women he can't live without, and his most embarrassing moment was seeing a promoter's lights punched out. Surf and Destroy, WCW.com, pay-per-view event. WCW hotline, look at that. You can call. Wow, remember those, what did they collect calls? Is that what they called that stuff? I forget what they called. Pay per minute. Hotline Buzz with Mark Madden. Hotline Buzz with Chad Damiani. Got Sting, Surfer Dude, Hogan and Goldberg. So yeah, if you're still here watching, thanks. I appreciate it. Hit that like button if you like this. I'm reading the October 1998 WCW NWO Wrestling magazine. I've been buying magazines on eBay to send in for grading or just for my collection. And I figured let me look through some and read them here on YouTube. So if you like this, let me know. Leave a comment if you don't like it. Leave a comment if you do like it. Leave a comment if you want me to read more. Mark McGuire, the St. Louis Cardinals slugger, had to be impressed. There's no two ways about it. So what, was Mark in the ring or something? That's incredible. A night to remember. Goldberg and Hogan. Goldberg and Hogan. This is your life, Honan. No, Conan? Is that Honan? I don't know who that is. I don't remember him. Wait a minute, is that? Is that Dwayne Johnson's dad? He used to wrestle, I think. I gotta look at that closer after and see who this guy is. It looks like Dwayne Johnson's dad. If you can't beat him, crush him. Monster Truck Madness 2. Look at Carl, he was so jacked. Living the dream. Carl with Diamond Dallas Page. With this guy, with Bobby Heenan, with Eddie Guerrero. Roddy Piper. This is great. Here we got James Vanderberg's Auditorium. A huge shout out goes to Michael Buffer. Who's hot, who's not? Let's see. All right, let's see who's hot. Who's hot? The Edge. Is that The Edge? I can't. This is confusing. I don't know who is hot or who's not. Oh, I see. These guys are all hot. Okay? These guys are lukewarm. And then this is more lukewarm. And then these guys are not hot. Is that Virgil? All right. Bischoff. Bad is better. He's the bigger, badder, and certainly most bitter half of Harlem Heat, Stevie Ray, the 6'5" bulldog with a Rottweiler attitude. Chavo Guerrero. Look at the Mustang. Remember those? Chavo. Talking Point with Mike Tenay. WCW merchandise. Miss Elizabeth, my favorite. More WCW merchandise. And then the back inside cover, Rick Martel. He's a classic. Rick Martel, Hugh Morris, I don't remember him. And then the back cover. So that's it. That's me reading the issue 43, October 1998 WCW NWO official magazine of World Championship Wrestling and the New World Order. Karl Malone, Hogan, Rodman, DDP on the cover. Thanks for watching this. Let me know if you liked it, what you thought about it. Definitely want to hear your feedback. See you next time.
Game over now.